there, friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Amy here, and today I am featuring a really cool stamp and a die set. I'm actually going to be featuring the die set this morning. I am getting ready to hit the road to go to my very first Stampin' Up! Convention, which they call On Stage. So I am knee deep in things to do, but I wanted to create a quick video just to provide you some fun this week. And so I thought I would make a card using a fun die set. The paper collection that I'm going to be using is the Storybook Moments, and I am having a blast with this collection. I've been featuring it over on my Facebook customer group. If you're not part of that group, you can send me a request to join that group. But I teach 2 classes a week there, and I've been featuring this collection. So I think my favorite design is the strawberries. The back is the bunnies. So if you are familiar with Beatrix Potter, this gives a Beatrix Potter kind of feel, vibe, and it's very vintage and classic and cute, and I am obsessed with it. There are, as you can see, 2-sided. You can see one side has some cut apart cards, kind of like Picture My Life cards. We've got some fun gardening, little villages. There are really neat stamp sets and coordinating dies to go with this. There's a gardening set and dies, and then there's the bunnies. And I am waiting for my bunnies to arrive. I got to be honest with you, when I saw this collection online and in the catalog, it was cute, but it didn't do anything for me. But then I got it, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. So that is why I had to get the bunny stamp set and dies. It also comes with 2 sheets of die cuts. So all these cute little characters, which are great to put on scrapbook pages and or cards, and there's all different sizes, so you can use them for a lot of different projects. And there is a scrapbooking workshop kit that has stickers and other patterns exclusive to that I am having fun with. Now, the stamp and die set is called All Zipped Up, and you can see these are the different images, and then these are the dies. And what it is going to do is allow us to create like shirts or jackets. And I just started playing with this over the weekend, and I'm obsessed. I've been creating some custom cards for people, and I thought I would show you really quick how this works. Some people may be a little confused at first, but once you know how it works, it is super easy. So I'm going to clear my desk and we will get started. I forgot to mention that I am going to be pairing this collection with the Timeless Plaid 6x6 DSP. This is actually a cute little organizer box that I taught in my customer Facebook group how to make, and it is a fabulous way to store your 6x6 DSP because they sit on a bookshelf and they fit a lot in here. So the Timeless Plaid DSP, it's double-sided just like our other DSP, and it's got plaids and ginghams and checks and all the things, and the colors complement the colors in the Storybook Moments. And what I like about this collection is it's great for guys and girls. So I am going to pair one of the patterns in here with that Storybook Moments. And I will list in the description box below all the products that I use in this video. All right, I have my card base. Let's give it a crisp fold. And then I took a piece of the Melon Mambo, I think is what it's called, and I cut that the size of the front of the card base. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this strawberry pattern from the Storybook Moments DSP, I cut 4 by 5 1/4. And that is going to go right there like that. But before we do that, I'm going to take out my die, this die right here. And what we are going to do is, you can line it up on your mat so that you can get it nice and centered. And you want to make sure that your die, the raised portion, is face down onto your paper, because that is the blade. That's what's going to cut the shape. And then I have a little bit of washi tape here, or you could use a Post-it note. And I'm just going to put a little piece of that right here to hold it in place. And then I've got my plates. So for die cutting, I love the Stampin' Up! Die cut, Stamp and Die Cut, Stamp and Boss machine, because the recipes for the sandwiches are right there. So I know, because of all my die cutting, I have it memorized. We're going to use the 1 plate, the 2 plate, a 3 plate. We're going to put this down and then put my other 3 plate on top of that. And then I have my die cut machine over here to the side. So I am just running that through, because I didn't want to make you dizzy. And then I will carefully peel my washi tape off. And then this is really interesting, the way this cuts. So this part comes off, and you can use that for something else. I'm going to put my die back on my magnetic sheet. And then this is the way this looks, and it's supposed to be like that, so don't think you did anything wrong. All right, so we've got our card base, our cover. This is going to go right here like that. And then we're going to cut this die. Now, I did all my die cutting ahead of time just to save time, but I'm using that brushed gold and silver foil paper, and I run this through the die cut machine just like I did the last die, where we're going to take our 1 plate, our 2 plate, our 3 plate, put your paper down, put your die with the raised portion face down onto your paper, because that's the blade that will cut it. And then once you run it through, it looks like this. So it's kind of interesting how it stays attached to the paper. And so what I do is just take my snips and cut right here. It's not exactly even, but looking through my camera is kind of tricky, and it's okay because we're going to end up trimming all this. So we've got that, and these are going to go right here like this, and then we'll end up trimming. But we're going to do all our die cutting first. So then I took my little zipper pulls and I ran those through with that same gold paper. So you've got 2 different designs here that you can choose from. And then we've got this, I'm sorry, I lost track for a minute. We've got these 2, and these 2 will go right here and here like that. So when you run them through, it looks like this, and again, you'll just snip them. So it's the exact same die, they just give you 2 so that you can run them through at the same time, and it kind of saves you a little bit of time. And then it's really all about making layers, and there's so many different ways you can do this. I'm going to show you one thing that I did. So then you also have this piece, which is what we cut that. And if you wanted to, I discovered the more that you play with this, you may find there's easier ways. But I discovered I had cut this by accident, actually. And so then I cut another one, and then I realized, oh, wait. So I'm going to show you this in a minute. Let me just trim this off. It's hard to do this in the camera, so I apologize. I was also kind of excited to come on and do a card with you because I don't do very many cards. I've been doing so many scrapbook pages. All right, so what you can do here is, let me put this away and put this away so I don't lose them. So the first few cards I made, what I did is I adhered this like this, and then I trimmed them, which is what I just told you a minute ago. I'm going to move that out of the way. But then I discovered, by making a mistake when I was prepping for this, I think you're supposed to go like this. This is a whole lot easier anyway. So 2 different ways. You do what's best for you, but you can go like this and then just line these up and add them here like that. Now, is there a right or a wrong way? No, because you get the same look. But I think I like this way better for me anyway, and I learned it by accident. I had made 2 other cards and did it differently. And then I did take these 2 dies. There's 2 of them, and those serve as pockets. So if we wanted to, we can put pockets. And so this is a pattern. This is DSP from that Timeless Plaid collection that I showed you. Now, the other thing that's kind of fun that you can do is I have another little scrap from that DSP, the Timeless Plaid. And actually, let's go ahead and adhere this right now. So again, I kind of learned this by accident, whereas before the other cards I was cutting these 2 pieces. So I'm not quite sure which is the right way. I guess there's no right or wrong way. That's why I love this craft. But you could try both and decide what you like. And then I'm just going to line these up. And when you do it this way, actually, you only need to really cut one of these because you can trim this. And then the little zipper pull is going to hide that seam. Okay, and that does look a little bit crooked, so I'm just gonna line this up a little bit better. Okay, and then these pieces will go right over top like that and like that. So it will hide all of the overlapping, and then you can just trim that. So I will do that. So I'm just trimming off the edges. But as I was making my first shirt, I was thinking, oh my gosh, all the custom cards that you can make, like sports jerseys and high school colors or any school colors, so many different things. So we've got that. And then I cut another little scrap from that DSP, and you can put that behind it so it looks like a shirt. But then you can go a step farther and make a neckline. So I grabbed my circle dies. If you have a circle punch, you could use a punch. And I am just really kind of eyeballing this. You can make the neckline as deep or as narrow as you want. So you can have like a scoop neck or a crew neck, whatever you want. And I'm going to pull out my washi tape again. See if I can find the start to it. And then we will run this through the die cut machine again. So let me just run this through on all my plates really quickly, and I will show you what we come up with. All right, so this is what I came up with, and I did tear a little bit of my paper, but that is okay because it's going to go behind here so you won't even see it. And I didn't have a circle punch the size that I wanted to, so I just used some old circle dies that I have. But we've got that, and then I thought that I had brought over a piece of, here it is, kind of flesh colored paper. And again, you can use whatever color you want, whatever color skin you want. And then that looks like a neckline. And then what we can do is adhere all of these pieces down like that. So I put adhesive on the back of the strawberry DSP, and it's kind of tricky to do through my phone, but let's see if I can line this up. It looks good. And then stick that right there like that. Okay, I've got my zipper pull, and we will add that right there like that. You could add it with a dimensional if you wanted. I'm going to put that right there like that. And then let's grab our pockets. And you could put the pockets, you know, in the center like that, or you could put them right here like that. I think we'll go like that. And what's fun is in the stamp set and the dies, there's hearts and flowers, so you could even have hearts or flowers coming out of your pockets. Because my DSP is kind of busy, I think I am going to just leave it plain. But in the stamp set, you can see, so there's hearts, there's big hearts, little hearts, there's stars. There is the flower. So you could have different things coming out of the pockets. You could even just stamp those images and have them coming out. But I think I'm going to leave it like this. But I am going to add some detailing to this card. So I got my black journaling pen, and I think I'm going to just go around the edges of the pocket so that it stands out a little bit. Another thing you could do is add the pockets with dimensionals. A Stampin' Write marker would work with this. But I think that will just help them to stand out because I did use a busy paper. And then you could even do stitch marks. I don't know if I'm gonna overdo it here. Sometimes less is more and I do too much, but let's see. You can see how you like it, and then you'll know if you want to do this on yours. You know what else would be cute is to have just a little note coming out of the pocket that says thank you, or I love you, or congratulations, thinking of you. I just think this is such a fun concept, and I think it could work really well on scrapbook pages too. And the stamp set is great. You know, you can use this for so many other things. You could even have, you know, zipping by to say hello. You could have that on the front of the card, but that would be a great sentiment to have on the inside of the card. But then I think we're going to add some bling. We're going to add a necklace. So I pulled some of my embellishments, and I think I like these. I love the blooming pearls, and I think I'm going to go with the blue because of the blue in the t-shirt and the shirt. So I'm just going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to start in the center, and I'm using the small ones. You could use a big one right in the center and then have small beads going up. Hopefully I have enough here. I should have checked before. I do. I have a whole other pack of these. I think that these embellishments are one of my top favorite. So I think I'm going to have to add a pack of these to my next order. So as I mentioned, I'm leaving in the morning at the time of me filming this to go to my very first Stampin' Up! Convention. They do a convention every year for demonstrators. It starts, well, tomorrow night I have obligations, and then it starts on Thursday, and it happens to be in North Carolina, so I can drive. But I'll get to see and learn all about new things that are coming. So the annual catalog and the mini catalog that went live in January, all of those will be retiring, and we will get new product and new everything, and some things will be retired. I don't know how much they'll retire. You know, this is my first year with Stampin' Up. I know with Close to My Heart, usually the retired items list is mighty, but that's because there's so many new things coming, or they reconfigure things so they get new item numbers. I do know we'll get 5 new in colors, and the 5 in colors from 2023 will be retiring. So lots of things are coming. But there you go. There is our card. What do you think? Do you think that this all zipped up collection is something that you could have fun with? I will probably add some little design here, and we'll stamp a sentiment. In fact, I think we'll do that now. So I cut a piece of the strawberry DSP, 1 inch thick by 4 1/4, and then just a sliver, 1/4 of an inch of the gingham from the Timeless Plaid. And at first I thought I would put it in the center, but I didn't like that. So I think we're going to put it right here like that. And that just adds a fun little touch and brings those colors in. You could have even done gold in there. I wonder if I should cut a thin little piece, or No, I think I'm going to keep it like that. And then we'll get the stamp set, the zipping by with a hello. I haven't set up these stamped yet. This is a cling set, so I'm going to peel that sticker off, and then we'll get this sticker. And peel this off. And then you always want to make sure that your stamp is going the right way. And remember that it's sticky on both sides of the sticker, because one side has to stick to your block and the other one has to stick to the actual stamp. So let me get a block, and we will stamp our sentiment. Oh, and I got a little bit there, so I'm going to have to figure out how to clean that up. Maybe I'll do another little strip. Let me cut another little strip of pattern paper. All right, so I just took a thin little strip. I added some dovetails, and we're just going to stick that right there like that, and that is going to hide my little mistake. So you can always fix a mistake. And how cute is that? Love it. Another thing you could do is take some of the images. You know, I could have put a heart and stamped over it, or a star, or did the dots, or use these. Lots of different ways that you could have done that. But there you go. There is our card. I love it with the neckline and the necklace and the pockets with the detailing. I think that's awesome. And then the inside. So another card I did, and this was a custom card, and you can see I added a pearl necklace, and then I added some twine for the strings on a sweatshirt, and this is a custom card for a person. So lots of different ways that you can use this set. I would love to know if this is on your list and what you plan to make with it. My head is spinning with ideas. So hope you enjoyed this. If you could give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't already subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Your support goes a long way in helping my little channel to grow. Go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you think of this set and what you will create with it. And I will catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.